Well, good morning everyone. It's Plant Papa here. It's day 23 and we're getting started. I'm up, about, I'm all packed up. There's my gear all packed up. So I'm just going to be heading down this path right here, and then there's a water crossing. Alright, so that is where I just crossed. I'm sure you're probably thinking it doesn't look like much, but trust me, it's very deep, especially on the back side there. There's at least 4 feet of water there, I think. And so I managed to get across these rocks. My feet got a little bit wet, but I'm through. That's the main thing. And now we can get moving up the trail, which is up that way. So I just wanted to show you guys what I did. I extended my pole before I went across there. I extended my pole by about a foot. You can see down here, I've got little space on this one, but I've got about a foot. That way I could reach down to the bottom of the water at least, or onto a rock or something to just give myself, 3 points of contact. That way I don't fall in the water. Just a tip, or maybe it's common sense to most of you, but that's what I did. So there's the bridge. When you go northbound, you come across that bridge. Gorgeous bridge they built there, but there's really no other way of getting across this area without that. You can see the river down there. That is, they call it a creek, but she is deep and flowing fast. So there's the bridge. That would be southbound, or northbound if you're coming towards me, of course. This way will take you to the campground, and this way is north on the Pacific Crest Trail. Here we go. Well, guess what I'm coming up on? There it is. 300 PCT. Excelento. Nicely built bridge here. Guess they figured there was no other way to do it here. Just a massive gorge. Gorgeous little water hole here. Definitely a good source to grab some water. Check it out. Whole bunch of miner's lettuce. It's pretty dry and hot today, so it's been a tough one. At least there's been water. There's that deep creek we've been following all day way down the valley. And every once in a while we come across it so we can refill. Finding lots of miner's lettuce too. Look underneath there. Bunch more of it. It's good stuff. Alrighty, so I'm at mile like 308 and the hot springs are in this area, but I've decided I will be moving on. The hot springs is more of a nudist colony. Apparently it's closed off and everything, and I've already seen one guy walking down the trail here in the nude, so I'm just thinking, you know what, that's not my thing. I'm going to keep going. There's a spot at 314.3 where they'll pick you up, take you down to town, and you can get a good meal and a campsite. So that's what I'm going to do. So we'll see you a little further up the trail. So it looks like we got another bridge crossing over this fairly deep creek, as they call it. Looks more like a river. Whee! Good morning. So here's where we stayed last night, in this little place here, and it's day 23 or 24. I'll have to confirm that. The days are a blur, let me tell you. Anyways, nice spot. They have live entertainment back there. They're having some big cook-off on the 20th, so it's a chili cook-off. But it was a great place to stay. $5. Toilets. They got a shower you can use, and they have food and if you're into it, they got beer and wine, so it's all good. Anyways, we're going to be hitting the trail here shortly. We'll see you out there. And we're back on the trail. It's about 8 o'clock in the morning, 8:30, day 24. So here we go. Another day on the PCT. You can see some fellow hikers up on the ridge line there. That's where I'll be going. So you can see a town over there. I'm not sure what town that is, but we stayed, you know, back here somewhere at the Joshua Inn. And there's a big reservoir over here, but it's almost empty. And just a nice view today. It's partly cloudy, overcast, I guess. Actually a good day for hiking, really. And yeah, gorgeous viewpoint up here. You can see for miles. Yeehaw! Just noticing it's a whole pile of these roses. I believe they call it rock rose. And they're just all over this hillside. It's beautiful. All in full bloom. Gorgeous. For such a dry landscape, I mean, look at the ground. It's just basically deserty. But these roses, they're enjoying things right now. They must have got enough water up here lately to make these go into bloom. They're very pretty flowers. Basically a rose. Very nice. Well, we got ourselves another river crossing. Looks like I'll be passing through right about here. Goes up to about the knees, but I gotta make sure everything is up high. It can't get wet. Take my shoes and socks off and away I go. Just wanted to show you guys, I was just looking up this hill and just look at all the miner's lettuce. Just beautiful. If you look on either side of the trail, that is all miner's lettuce. Virtually all of them. I mean, there's some grass in there too, but like most of the green that you're seeing, that's miner's lettuce. Like, I've never seen so much anywhere like I am right now. I mean, it's been going on for miles. Well, that is quite a sight when you come around the corner. I believe it's holding back the Silverwood Lake is behind there. I'm hoping maybe we'll get to see the lake here at some point. So here we are at Silverwood Lake. How beautiful is that? So there's more of Silverwood Lake. This here is another off branch of the entire lake. It's a man-made reservoir. It's quite large though. And I'm hoping to get to a campsite at a couple miles away still. But hopefully I can get in that water and go for a swim is what I'm hoping for. Beautiful though. And just look at that beach down there. How awesome is that? The boat dock, there's a bunch of boats in there now already. I'm not sure if that campground's open. I know there's a campground coming up in about 1.5 miles. I don't know if it's that one, but I sure hope it is. Because man, that looks like it'd be a great time just to hang out. Looking forward to it if that's the one. Well, good evening on day 24. So I showed you that lake, Silverwood Lake, and it's just below me. I'm way up on this hillside and I'm overlooking the valley. I'll show it to you in a sec, but I debated whether I wanted to stay there because when I was there, it was only about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm thinking, man, I could still put in some miles here and I could actually do my first 20. So I decided to push on and I'm basically just a hair under my first 20-mile day. So it was pretty good. I'm glad I did it. And let me just turn the camera around and show you my my view from my little campsite here. So there it is. There's Silverwood Lake, and there's some marina down there, and the lake is huge. It was so tempting just to stay there, but I'm glad I put the miles in, because now Cajon Pass is only 10 miles away. There's also I hear there's a taco truck, I hear there's a fruit stand, there's a couple gas stations, there's even a Best Western there if I want to stay the night. And trust me, I probably should, because I am dirty. But anyways, there's my view for tonight. It's gorgeous. I am going to show you a little bit more here tonight, a couple of things that happened to me over the last few days. So check this out. So first of all, look how dirty I am. How disgusting. That's why the Best Western sounds tempting. I really need to clean up. But you can see this. A couple of days ago when we were post-holing through some deep snow, I fell through the snow and the top layer of ice basically sliced me and got me pretty good right there, obviously. And then this one yesterday, I saw this beautiful butterfly. It was just huge, and it had its wings like spread wide open. I was like, man, I gotta get a shot of that. And so I stopped, and the moment I stopped, I started to get swarmed by bees. And I started to run, and I'm flailing my hat around, and I could hear them buzzing around my head while I'm running. And one of them got me in the arm. Fortunately, I'm not allergic to him. I mean, I can't even tell hardly where he got me, but I did pull the stinger out. And so yeah, I've got a lot of battle scars, very dirty, and my ears are sunburned. You can see the scab that's going on right here. I've got a few injuries. So I need to get some suntan lotion, because yeah, I'm a hurting unit. It's been very hot this week. There was one day we hit 80, so. But yeah, I'm set up on this bluff. I'll just show you here in a sec. Okay, so there's where I'm set up tonight, and you can see Lake Silverwood in the background there, but I'm pretty exposed up here, but I'm taking a chance that it doesn't get too windy. But I just decided to stop because I was kind of getting concerned. There was only 1 or 2 sites ahead that were available. And when I saw that this one was here, I thought I'm just going to grab it before, because I don't want to set up in the dark. My view out my front door of the tent couldn't be better. So this is what happens when you get on the trail. You get pretty darn dirty. Yeah, isn't that lovely? So I am going to give myself I guess you could say a sponge bath. I'm going to show you what I do. And some of you may have seen this before. Let me just get it set up. Alright, so as you can see, I've got a bunch of water in this little cup here. So now I'm just going to add some essential oils that I brought along. And add a couple of drops to that. And then I'll show you what I do next. Okay, so you can see the oil is just kind of sitting on top of the water. So I'm just going to swish that around. And we'll throw in these tablets. These are basically wet wipes, so I'm just going to do this for a second. Okay, and then I'm going to throw these little tablets in there, and they magically grow into these amazing wet wipes with a nice odor. Alright, so here it is. This is a official wet wipe now. I'm going to have one for each leg. Got this other one here that I just have to unravel, but it's all ready to go. And it smells like cedar because I added cedar oil. And now I'm going to wipe down and do the armpits and the whole 9 yards, my face, and just wipe down everywhere. It's the perfect thing to have on the trail, and they weigh literally nothing when they're in that kind of dehydrated form. So anyways, I will be taking a little sponge bath now. We'll see you tomorrow. You can see the sun is just starting to rise over there, and see the lake in the background. So that was a pretty crappy sleep last night. I didn't have my fly on the tent quite fastened down tight enough, so it was flopping around. So anyways, it's, I don't know, it's like 6:15, so I figured, well, I don't know, I might as well get up and get going. You know, today's the big day, the CAJON McDonald's, woohoo! I won't even eat there, but there is other options there, so we'll see. I'm about 9 miles from there, so I guess I'll start packing up and we'll get going. See you on the trail. I decided to make myself a little coffee before heading out. You can see the sun is just peeking over that mountain. How's that for a view? Somebody was asking me about camp life, and I'll tell you what camp life consists of. Basically, people tend to get up early in the morning. I mean, I've heard people get up as early as 5:30, like this morning. So to get where I was, they had to get up at like 4:30, which I'm not into doing that. But anyways, it got me up early, I guess. But for the most part, camp life, you know, people hike all day. They get into camp. You know, everybody kind of picks their spot and sets up and gets their sleeping arrangement all ready to go, and then they cook dinner. And then for the most part, there might be, you know, a half an hour of people chit-chatting maybe, and then everybody goes to bed. So, you know, most people are in bed by 8 o'clock probably, and then they're up really early again. So camp life, it's not really much to speak of per se. I mean, the real fun, I guess, is when you go into town, and maybe if you're taking a 0 day, you know, you might have a bunch of other people that are taking a 0 day as well. And then, you know, you might go to a restaurant and, you know, sip on some wine or something like that and have a nice dinner and, you know, sit around for a couple hours. That's, I guess, more of the social aspect is when you're in town. So anyways, I'm on the trail, it's day 25, getting to CAJON or CAJON Pass, or however they say that. Seems like nobody knows how to say it. So anyways, see you on the trail. Hey, how's it going? So, just trekking away, trying to get to the CAJON Pass. Really dragging my butt today. Like I said, I did that, well, virtually a 20-mile day yesterday. Had a terrible sleep. I just got no energy. Kind of sucks. But boy, when I get to CAJON Pass, or CAJON Pass, I am going to be eating a lot of food. I think maybe I'm just lacking food energy. But anyways, keep on trekking, one foot in front of the other. Still trekking another 3 miles or so to CAJON Pass, or CAJON Pass. I'm never going to get it right, and nobody seems to know. Well, we are in CAJON. And man, this is one busy freeway, I'll tell you. But it is part of the old Route 66. Look at that. Some pretty big history there. And this is actually the highway, the old Route 66. There's the sign on the highway. How cool is that? There's the McDonald's, the infamous or famous, whichever you think, but there's these cool flowers. Really gorgeous. There's a whole field of them. Too bad about the traffic ruining that. I know I've been slandering McDonald's, but I don't like their food in general. But there's a few items I would definitely buy there. Like, I do like their coffee, and if they're still serving some breakfast, I wouldn't mind getting some eggs, maybe a yogurt with some fruit on it or something like that. But we'll see what they got. There is a Subway in town too, which is not my fave either. I still want to find that taco truck and that fruit stand, so we'll see how that goes. Well, I think I see the alternative. There's some kind of stand up here, so I'm gonna go check it out. You can see it just ahead of me. Here's a few other hikers there. Hopefully it's tacos. That is the fruit cup. Check it out. I'm getting one of those. Here's my McDonald's purchase. A large coffee. Haven't found the taco stand yet, but I may have to walk up the street. We'll see.